Okay, hello, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. It's Only Oracle here today with a pick a card reading. So I asked you guys, you answered that you wanted a love reading, which I happily obliged, but the second most popular response was career and finances. Of course, I love to dive into the more physical 3D type of things, so that's what we're looking at today. I have 5 piles here today. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, and pile 5. Take a second, see which pile calls to you. You may be called to more than one. And then when you're ready, you can jump to the timestamp in the description box and I will see you at your reading. Bye. Okay, hello, pile number 1. If you picked the Devil card, then this is going to be your reading. So your Devil card actually came in reverse, but I put it upright just for the sake of continuity for each person to be able to choose a pile. But it coming in reverse is actually a surprisingly good omen to me. So I'm starting this by looking at what's going on currently, what's going on with your finances, and then we're going to move into the why, and then we're going to answer some more questions. But to start with, so you know this is your pile, I will explain what I see in this card for you. So with the Devil card coming in reverse, I see that you have been, there's no light way to put this, you have been struggling financially or with your career. I feel a lot of restriction. I feel the idea of a noose around your neck where you feel like you are chained to whatever you are doing and you don't have a lot of freedom and you don't have a lot of options. I feel that strongly. This Devil card is a sensation of a lack of options. Now, this does not matter. You could be doing well in your career by the outside person's viewpoint, or your finances could be considered well off from the outside person's viewpoint. But what the Devil really shows me, and I am getting shivers, is this feeling of lack, this sense of lack when it comes to your career and finances that is affecting you. Like it's affecting, I feel like this is affecting you actually maybe physically because this is Capricorn, an earth sign. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it could physically, like you feel sick thinking about your job, or you feel sick thinking about your finances, or you get nauseous, or you don't feel very good. But I also feel definitely mentally and emotionally. I mean, I feel this is, with the Devil card, that's a very strong card. It comes right before the Tower. And so I feel like this is a very strong feeling. Like this is a very constricting feeling. This is definitely a tense emotions when it comes to your career. So yeah, right before Temperance, which is at the bottom of the deck, it's funny. I also think because I saw Temperance, that for some of you, and Temperance is right before the Devil, some of you, this may have been a job or career finances where you were doing well or you felt like you were getting balanced, but something has felt like it's knocked you off of that or like you're struggling. So let's see what else is happening, if there's any other messages for what is happening for pile number 1. I feel this card. Okay. I feel like that was Spirit's little like trickle of advice here, but let's get into this. So you have the 3 of Cups in reverse. I am also seeing that maybe you don't have enough time for play. Okay, you feel like all you're doing is working, very Capricorn-like. You feel like you don't have the time to go out with your friends, to hang out. Maybe that's because of what's going on in the world, or maybe you just don't feel like you have a lot of freedom. I also get with this 3 of Cups that maybe you're not actually connecting with your coworkers, or you're not really connecting with the purpose at your job or your career with your finances. It's like there's a sense of disconnect you feel, or even dislike. I feel some of you don't necessarily, like you may be polite with your coworkers, but you don't get along with them. So all of this constriction feeling that you're having, I have my next question here is there a why? Meaning, is there a reason for why you're feeling this way? Is there a reason behind this, or is this just, temporary situation? And with this Ace of Pentacles, it seems like they are sending you this. You're feeling this way because there's something else for you, okay? There's something new for you. And I almost feel like Spirit is giving you the worst to push you towards your best. Okay, I know that doesn't sound great. It doesn't feel great to go through. Obviously, no one likes to be unhappy in their job or feel like they're not getting anywhere, or not even that they're not getting anywhere, but feel constrained and like they're stuck. Some of you might even be stuck in certain contracts with companies, but it's like There is something new here with this Ace of Pentacles. Like, there's something that can help your finances outside of what you are doing. For some of you, this could be a actual side hustle starting. So maybe you want to start a YouTube channel, content management. I mean, essentially, like, when you are looking at new things to do or side gigs, a lot of the times you are branding yourself. So what does that mean? It means you are what is selling. You're selling your skills, you're selling what you can do, whether that is, you know, something as simple as dog walking, or maybe you know how to sew and so you fix repairs for some friends. Like, the thing about side hustles and things that you do, they're skills that you're developing or you have that you use a side hustle to make money and develop them even further, and maybe kind of get you away from the 9-to-5. That might be something you want to look at. So if there is a why, so what is going on? Yeah, okay. So, pile number 1. Spirit is going to keep... I don't want to do this badly towards you. Okay, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. But it feels like Spirit is going to keep making this feel... Like, this is... I hear with this here, with the 3 of Cups in reverse and the Devil, that in essence, this situation... I hate to say it, but it doesn't seem like it's going to get better, okay? With how things currently are, all right? So if you keep on the trajectory that you are just doing, if you don't have something else going on, okay? If you're like trying to, no, I'm hearing even then. So whatever you're doing right now, whether you are doing a side hustle with what you're doing, I'm hearing it isn't sustainable, so you're not going to be able to do it. Something has to give, something has to break. And so essentially, pile 1, what's going on in your career and finances is it's not hot, right? It's not hot. Like, it could be that your career is okay, but your finances aren't, or vice versa. Like, your finances are fine and your career isn't. Because I kind of get the indication that it could be that not both of them are going well, but we're going to lump them together for the sake of me being able to read this. But take what part resonates, whether that's like your finances or your career. But it seems like with this, your dreams need a practical plan. I'm hearing there is something better for you. Like, there's something better suited for you. Something where if you've been wondering, like, is this just normal? Does everyone hate their career? Does everyone hate what they do on a daily basis? Does everyone think the sound of their coworker's breath is the most annoying thing on the planet? And to be honest, the answer is no. Not everyone feels that way about their job. Not everyone feels like they are... Almost like, I feel sense of torture with your job. Like, it is torturous, or with your finances. Like, not everyone feels like finances are always a struggle, like they can never get a leg up. But I am feeling, not gonna lie, pile number 1, that you're asking more about career. However, let's not lie and act like career and finances are not intertwined, because they are. But if you're looking for a new career, or you have been considering it, that might be something you want to look at, okay? For those of you who are in school, because that randomly came to my mind, if you're working on something, this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to change course, I hear, but it's more so that, like, you have to evaluate if you actually like what you're going to do, okay? Because, like, sometimes you have to make sacrifices for things you really want and you really want to do, pile number 1. So, for example, maybe you're studying engineering and it's really difficult and it's really hard, but you know once you get the chance to actually get out of school and do the science in the field and, like, work at a certain company or even start your own business, you'll be happy. Like, you know that it's worth the sacrifice. The thing about it, pile number 1, and I get a ringing in my ears, you need to have an end goal. What is your end goal? I'm going to ask you again because it might have just flown right over your head. You might just be like, yeah, okay, lady. No, what is your end goal? Listen to me. What is it? What does it look like? What kind of life are you looking to live? What kind of career are you looking to have? What do you like to do? And if you don't know, then this is a process of trial and error, okay? I can say that looking to your childhood or things that you could pass a lot of time doing does help, but really and truly, you don't know until you try. So if you don't know yet what you want to do and you are confused, you're like, I don't know, I don't know. Start trying things, okay? Instead of, like, staying in this analysis paralysis of constantly just not liking what you're doing but not having something you like, try things. Try 50 things. Try 100 things. Try a different thing each evening. If you don't like it, then just try something else. I promise you, you will find something you enjoy. But pile number 1, for your career and finances, you really need to have an end goal. Okay? You really need to have an end goal. So I want to see what's coming for you, but it feels like not gonna lie, pile one, it does feel like there are new opportunities out there, but I feel this sense of like your agency in the situation is important. What you choose to do in the situation is important. What you choose to put your time, effort, and energy towards in this situation is important. I really want to tell you, like, I know life can really get us fucked up. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and play like it's not hard. Like, it's easy out here. It's not easy, but you get, like, the only thing you have in this life are choices, quite literally. Like, the only thing you get to choose is whether you're gonna go here or there. And even though some things feel like you don't have choice, and I get that a lot because maybe they have your car, maybe it's linked to your mortgage and you don't want to be homeless, you do still technically have a choice. It's just you don't really like the idea of the alternative. I'm not saying that to be like quit your job and go be homeless. What I'm saying is that, like, if you don't like where you're at but you know where you want to be, start making a plan to get there. And if you don't know where you want to be, pile one, then start trying things to figure it out. You're not going to figure it out just sitting and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. You have to do things. And for those of you who are doing things, you're like, yeah, I've got my side hustle going. I just hear something about this is just not sustainable. So you won't be able to do it long term. So I think for you, if you are doing both things right now, I'm hearing it will come to a point ahead almost where you have to choose one or the other. It's like you'll reach a fork in the road, and you might be getting there very soon, where it's like you have to choose whether to take a risk on yourself or to kind of I guess temper back your self-employment or your side hustle and really just, like, you know, have more towards your career. So yeah, I really think I just keep enjoying your dreams need a practical plan. Like, what is your end goal here? It's fine to have, like, we all need to have one. Don't be ashamed of it. If it is being a pop star, pop off. Like, start making music. Don't be afraid of your goals, pile one. Don't run from them. Don't hide from them. Embrace them. They're going to help you go somewhere. But it doesn't help if you, A, don't know what you want, or B, don't put in a plan to get there. So if you know what you want, you need to start a plan. And if that is something like you want to work for yourself, start a business plan. Start doing research. Just watch YouTube videos of people who are self-employed or people who work in the same field that you desire to work in. There is information everywhere. You're watching this from a phone or a laptop or an iPad, so clearly you have access to the internet. And because of that, I'm telling you, you can find this information. Click out of my video right now and go look at another one, okay? Click out of my video right now and go watch something on finances. Click out of my video right now and go watch how to interior design. Whatever you gotta do. But, like, there's already all this information here. Start using it to make a plan for yourself. Sorry, I'm done screaming at you. But moving on to what's coming for you, because I want to get a sense for what's going on. Keep in mind, this can always change, whether it's good or bad, because you are making choices once again. Okay, I feel two things with this void, of course, missing, and partners. For some of you are getting a partner, okay? This could be a business partner. This could be a romantic partner. I feel this with the partners in the 7th house. I'm feeling this sense of support. So a lot of you have been missing support, which is part of why you haven't put this into action, because you feel like you're alone. And I even get that with the 3 of Cups in reverse. You feel like it's just you, maybe against the world, or you against, you know, your finances and everything. But, Spirit, I feel like if you've been feeling like you're missing a partner, Spirit is going to send you someone to help you or to help guide you. I mean, it could even be this video. Like, I'm not claiming I'm your partner, but, you know, someone to help you kind of get you where you need to go. It could be something as easy as pick-a-cards. It doesn't have to be so literal where there's someone actually coming in, though. Hold on, let me ask. Okay, so I hear for a good chunk or majority of you, there is someone coming in. Okay. Anyway, so, and then for others of you, I did hear that some of you, it's the opposite, where you're with a partner or you're with someone already, and, it's like there needs to be a reevaluation of what is going on in your relationship with that person. Where are you at with your finances and your career? What are you doing to support each other? Like, there's a sense of, I feel like there's a conversation here, not necessarily a breaking up or anything, but, like, there's a conversation that needs to take place to see if your goals are actually aligned. Because if you're trying to build together, but you're, like, one person is putting down spec or whatever, and the other person just keeps throwing bricks, you're not going to build your house. You know what I'm saying? So both partners need to be on the same page financially, career-wise. Like, what are your plans? What are you trying to do? And I think that really is a conversation you need to have if you have a partnership. Likewise, if you don't, maybe start looking at certain people, not like dating-wise. I feel less dating and more partner for work, or someone to team up with to help you achieve your goals. Again, but to have someone help you achieve your goals, you need to know what your goals are, pile one. So let's see what you can do. Oh, wow. That's strong energy. Okay, this is death, and I love this version of death because all these cards actually, like, they have the labeling underneath for the, let me just show you one so you can see. Like, they have justice here, and they have justice, but this one, for some reason, they don't. And I found that so interesting that this is just her stepping, you know, like, literally, that's what it is. And so, you have death. With this death card, hang on here a second, let me listen. Okay. Pile number one, it's right, because it's fallen underneath Taurus, I feel that is Spirit's message here is something like, you need to squash your own inner child in a sense. Okay, now let me explain this, because I know that sounds like, what? We're supposed to embrace our inner child. Like, isn't this all about love and light? Yeah, it's all about love and light, but let's get real here, okay? Children don't often do what they want to do. They imagine. That's what's great about them. And that's not something I'm saying you should lose or cut out, but it's like children don't actually get anything done. You know what I'm saying? Like, they dress up as a princess. Are they actually a princess? Like, no. You know, they maybe dress up as a police officer, but do they put in the work to become a police officer? Like, do they take the steps are they qualified to hold a firearm? I think not. And so what I'm hearing here is what's coming is like what's coming is you taking your inner child and melding that. So meld that in that creativity, that originality, that vision. Meld that child imagination with ability, with practice, with the practicalness that is adulthood. Because think about what adulthood is really. It's like, you're paying bills, you're doing all this stuff. Like, you have to take care of yourself. There's not someone taking care of you. That's why kids can do whatever they want, because, like, in essence, you know, they're not paying for food. They're not paying to, essentially, they shouldn't, not that it doesn't in some countries, but the sense is that you have a parent, you have someone supporting your life force, and you are building. Now is getting to the time where you need to support your own life force. And yes, I do see a partner coming for you, okay? I do see someone coming to assist you with this, but it's like, no one can make your dream come true for you, okay? No one can make your finances what you want them to be. So I want to look very specifically if you're asking about finances. So if this has just been a career reading for you, hang on a second and I'll get to you. Real quick, I want to talk to my finance folks who are like, I'm struggling financially, boo. I don't even care about a career. I just want money. Help me out. All right. So my people who are struggling financially, yeah, with this King of Cups coming in reverse, it's like you're not using your emotions to your advantage. What do I mean? I mean that, like, you're a mature person, Pile 1. This is with your career and finance. You're a mature person. You are capable of, I'm hearing, like, more than you know. You're capable of doing things. You're capable of, for instance, like, if you're just looking to build wealth, you're capable of maybe doing real estate or doing finances or cryptocurrency. Like, I feel this capability of, like, you're not so strongly, like, you have a sense of maturity that is unhoned with your emotions, because the King of Cups upright, he's a master of emotions. And with this reversal, it's not that you don't have that. It's actually that you're not using it. That's what I'm feeling. Like, oh, this is something that's not being utilized. Use the way that you are practical and stable and able to make decisions outside of your emotions. Use that practicality, that intellect, and that even that emotional intellect to your advantage, Pile number 1. If you are looking to make more money, you need to start doing it. Like, do it every day. Like, start being more methodical with what you're doing. Start, like, actually looking, like, actually building your finances. Take a look at your budgeting. You know what I mean? Like, that's, honestly, if you want a step-by-step play, just search another YouTube video. But if I was going to give you a step-by-step play from myself, just telling you, I would say, like, first things first, you need to figure out how much money you're putting out and how much money it costs you to live. Like, what is your lifestyle cost right now? And then rather than, I feel Pile 1, sorry, I also feel for your finances, rather than just trying to find, like, ways to cut, like, oh, I could cut out, I cut out Netflix, I don't pay for a Netflix subscription. It's like, I feel like rather than trying to find ways to cut out, like, there are ways for you to make more money with the skills you have. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so there's ways for you to bring in more revenue rather than just try and do without. I get the strong sense that you do not need to do without, Pile 1. I feel like you've maybe done that for a long time in your life. I don't know where you come from financially, but you don't need to do without. You just need to, I really hear work smarter, not harder. So it's not about, like, extending so much energy that you're exhausting yourself. It's about getting smart, like using your head. And, I have to say, part of using your head, you do have to be in the right, like, mindset. So you have to have the right attitude, the right mental health, the right physical health. So make sure you are taking care of yourself and your body. Taurus does also rule Venus, which is a planet of like luxuries and beauties. And so I really feel like taking care of yourself too, even with this Three of Cups, is something of importance. But anyway, let's see if you're asking about career. If you're asking about career. I like this. Hang on here. Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Pentacles, Temperance, and Ten of Cups. Okay, for some of you, for career, I know if you're asking, I feel like some of you may have gotten an offer for another job, or if you've been looking for another job, it's like, you may feel like you don't want to leave. I told you, there's a sense of constriction you have with your career. Some of you felt like you don't want to leave your career because you're maybe well established in it or you're expert. Again, you're not happy in it, but like you make money in it, you do well in it. But I actually think you'd be a lot happier taking a lower paying job and being able to live your life. Okay, because if your job is high stress pile one, like if it requires a lot of you, it's like with this Page of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Ten of Cups, if you want more time to hang out with your friends, if you want more time to do what you want to do, you actually are the opposite of the financial people. Like if you're looking for career, I feel like maybe thinking about downsizing. So it's like you don't need to drive a Tesla, just drive a Honda. No one gives a right? Like no one gives a crap what you're driving. Let's be real here. Anyone who does is superficial and just like let it go. It's not to say you can't want a Tesla and stuff like that, but it's like I think you really need to evaluate, like, again, what dream do you have? What do you want your life to look like? If you want more work-life balance, then you may have to make cuts in certain areas to get that. But with this Page of Pentacles and Temperance coming out together, it's like I feel like you should be starting again, maybe in a new area or in a different job that maybe is slightly lower paying. But honestly, I'm not going to lie, Pile One, if you've been considering and on the fence about it, if it's a job you love and like it's something you enjoy doing, I see with this, I mean, you have the Ten of Cups and Temperance. That's a good indication. Like that's a good spread right here. And so I feel like this is saying to me that you would be a lot happier, okay? You're going to be a lot happier if you just maybe scale down or let go of whatever you're doing, let go of that vision, or let go of whatever you've maybe worked towards and done well in, and go towards something that actually makes you like happy, or it doesn't even have to make you super happy, but just, I feel like this sense of gives you more time. Like if you're working 70-hour weeks, that's a lot. That's not sustainable, like I said before. And so going towards something that maybe pays you less, like maybe instead of being I don't know, I don't want to say like go to a lawyer to paralegal, but you know, just for an example, because it's what's in my head. Maybe you're a lawyer, maybe scale down to like paralegal or assistant something, or maybe even like going towards a different company that's less like maybe pays you less but is less strict. You got a lot more freedom, because Pile One, if you want freedom, it's here for you. Like it exists. You just like have to it's almost like you have to give something up. Like something has to give. You have to let go of something to get something. You know what I mean? It's like you're trying to reach the ground while hanging on monkey bars. It's like you gotta let go of the bar to reach the ground, Pile One. You can't like hang one-handed. And again, at this point, I feel like you're almost on the monkey bars hanging one-handed. It's like you can't keep doing this forever. You either have to touch the ground or like keep going across the monkey bars and get up onto the playground and just be on the playground. And so you get to make the choice, Pile One. It is your choice. But for you asking about career, it may be time to think about scaling down or think about doing something new, or not even necessarily new. I don't feel this sense of new. I feel like this sense of just, like it may not be as impressive to other people, but you will be fulfilled because you'll have more time to do what you want to do. And then who knows, maybe those things will take off. The cards aren't telling me, but you know. So I just want to see if there is any other messages for you. I feel like my readings are always all over the freaking place. And I'm sorry, like, if you don't enjoy my reading style, well, then leave. Like, no, I'm kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Probably just leave. Yeah, because I don't know. I be all over the place. I have, like, a structure, and I never end up doing it. All right, relationship. I'm going to read this for you. It says, your primary relationship is with yourself and God. Every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, snuggle more closely with your loving creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. I told you there's something going on here with relationships. Whether you believe in God or not, totally, you know, your discretion here. But with this partners card and relationship, yeah, pile number one, you really, I feel like you need to evaluate, and I also feel this is with work, like evaluate what your relationship to your career and your finances is, because there's like a need for you to reevaluate and find a better plan. Is there anything else I'm seeing? Okay, sorry about that. I had to pause for a second, but So the final thing that I just want to say to you, pile number 1, is that the beginning of this card says your primary relationship is with yourself, okay? And I think that's really who you need to be looking out for when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances. I'm not telling you, like, be super selfish, but it's kind of like once again, we ask that question, what is your dream? What do you want your life to look like? And I really want to also say, pile number 1, that it's okay that your dreams change. It's okay that maybe at one point you wanted to be president of the United States and like you wanted prestige, but as you're aging or as you're changing and growing, you decide that's not what you want. Okay, you are allowed, let me tell you this too, you are allowed to change your mind, pile 1. You're not chained to anything, okay? You do not, just because you put in money, you put in effort, does not mean you have to keep up with this. I was listening to this podcast actually that talked about that, where they were talking about giving up and how it's actually a good thing in some cases, because it's like, they were talking about, I think, a trip up Mount Everest where a bunch of people died because they kept climbing even though it was dangerous because of that need to prove. But I also feel like it's just kind of saying, you can keep investing in something that isn't making you happy, or you can take the time, the energy, anything you're investing in that, and put it towards something that actually does. Okay? And yes, for a minute you have to balance, you might have to figure some things out, you might have to downsize, there are going to have to be changes, but I think those changes are really going to be for your highest good, pile number 1, because you're going to be happier. You're going to be happier. And this does very much feel like career and schooling, so maybe some of you do need to go back to school, and it's kind of, or maybe just get even a certificate. You know, they always say you have to go get like a degree, but you don't have to. Just get an IT certificate from Google and you'll be fine. You know, like you don't have to do is, I guess, maybe much. But I think the point with that, your dreams need a practical plan. We come back to that. Make a plan. Figure it out. Go listen to what other people who have been through similar things, who are in the field you want to be in, what have they done? Take a look at what is necessary to get there, because more than likely someone has found a shortcut. Someone has found a way to make things work that is sustainable and makes them happy. And you have to find that same point of equilibrium, pile 1. You may kind of reach a tower moment, but it's always they're right after the tower is the star. So there's a lot of hope and optimism. I've even been drawn to the light here. Like this sense of missing, this sense of, I almost feel dread that you have with your career can be different. Like you are not stuck here. Okay, this is not forever, pile 1. And I'm sending you like all the light and love in the world, because this sucks. I know, and it's not always happy. And like, you obviously have a reason for staying in what you're staying in, even if it's just a mentality, even if it's because of finances. Like no one, you know, I like to think people don't want to be unhappy, or they don't want to hate what they do, or they don't want to dislike their career or their life. You know, people want to be happy. And so find that plan to get there, because that's where you deserve to be. And you owe it to yourself, your primary relationship with yourself. You deserve to be happy in your career, you know, or at least not hating it, you know, not feeling so constricted by it. But yeah, that's all I have for you, pile number 1. If you enjoyed this reading, comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, hello, pile number 2. If you chose the Knight of Cups card, then this is going to be your reading. Your card did fall out in reverse, but for the sake of continuity for the opening, I just left all the cards upright. So, sorry about that. So let's get into this with the Knight of Cups in reverse. We're going to start at looking at what's going on in your career and finances. We're going to figure out if there's a reason why this is, and then what's coming, and what we can kind of do to prepare to better get you going to where you want to be, right? So the Knight of Cups in reverse. I feel the sense of, I feel a lot of things with this card. I'm just going to list some of them because this pile feels a little more mixed bag than the first pile did. For some of you, I feel disillusionment with your career, disillusionment with work. For others of you, I feel this sense of creative longing, the longing to express yourself, the longing to go towards things that are more fulfilling towards you. And actually, some of you are actively taking steps to get towards things that you feel are personally fulfilling, you know, that are more maybe romantic or maybe artistic than you were previously doing. But let's take a look. Oh, yeah. You got 2 knights. Knights are chivalrous. I would say, in my opinion, knights are... In my opinion, even with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, to me, they're the most, almost, like, patient, I guess, because the king and queen are ruling, right? The page is learning. The knight is that it's that intermediate level. You know, it's that in-between. I feel like you're at an in-between right now. Pile number 2. Between what you want. I hear you're in between, you're at the intermediate between what you want. So maybe you desire an artistic job, but you also want to make money, I hear. Or maybe you desire to travel more, but you also want to work while you travel. Like there's something that is almost, it's not that they seem opposite, but they don't seem, they seem a little dissimilar. But in essence, I feel like that's for a reason, because you had 2 nights. So it's like these things are more united than you think. And I think you'll be able to, I get this strong sense of what's going on as I'm getting shivers. You're going to get a sense where you are going to realize that you can financially benefit from your creative pursuits. You can financially benefit from being a romantic, or from having almost like high standards. Like your high standards aren't ridiculous. They're not like, even maybe you like want a job with, you have a bunch of requirements for a job and you're like, you haven't found one, or you've wondered if that even exists, or are you just tripping? And I feel like this Knight of Pentacles is telling me with the Knight of Cups that you're not tripping. Like there is, what you are asking for, what you are dreaming of exists. Okay. I get that strong sense, like what you're asking for, what you dream of does exist, pile 2. You're not tripping. You're not crazy. You're not asking for too much. Okay. It's real. Like it exists. Yeah, definitely. If you want something, that I definitely feel that sense of artistic thing that you are interested in. Let's keep going here. I'm trying to see what I want. All right, let's see. So what's happening? Oh my God, you got another knight. You guys, whoa. Knight to Page of Swords. Okay, randomly because of this eye, some of you actually want to be filmmakers. Some of you want to, I get this strong sense, again, with the Knight of Cups, that is creativity, that is romanticism at its like peak. So a lot of you want creative jobs. Maybe you want to work in social media. Maybe you want to work in media in general. You want to work on the internet. Like you want something that isn't, it's not your typical career that is traditional and structured. But I do feel with this Knight of Pentacles, there is a level of that to it, where it's like you want stability too, though. Like you want wealth too. Yes, you want to do this creative stuff. But it's like, I hear the sense of you saying like, I want to make money off of the creative stuff. Like I don't just want to do creative stuff and be broke, you know? Totally understand that. Totally respect it. Yeah, I get singer, poet, writer, painter. And you're kind of optimistic, but I also get the sense of disillusionment where you've been kind of, because you've been waiting, maybe you think, is this going to happen? Like, is it going to happen? I feel the strong sense of yes with the Knight. I get this even with this Knight of Swords. So let's talk about this. The Knight of Swords in reverse and the Page of Swords upright. I hear this thing of like, you're nearly there, but there's something you missed. I know. That's like, lady, what could I have freaking missed? I do feel this is like a piece of information. The Page of Swords is like the news bearer, if you will. There's something, maybe it's something that is coming out in the news that's going to help you, or there's something, you're missing a piece of information, pile 2, for you to completely move forward. So let's see what this is about. What is this about? What is this piece of information? Can you... Okay. So, I hear with this piece of information, it could, this piece of information is almost like a test, so it may actually not be a good thing. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of get like, you may get some bad news, or like some, I don't know, there's this idea of like not either seeing something you didn't want to see, or learning something you didn't want to learn, or knowing something that kind of almost makes you doubt if this is the way for you. But this is a test. And so, again, like I said in pile 1, we have nothing but choices. That's all we have with our career and our finances. And so you may have a point where you get to a test of whether or not this is something you can do, whether or not this is something you're willing to work for. Yeah. Even could be an actual test. Some of you could be students in like something and you could get a bad grade. Like, I don't know. I get the sense of getting a piece of bad news that might kind of shake you, but it's almost like it's your choice from there to almost, I get the sense of like commit to your vision, commit to what you really want. It's almost because like I told you, you've kind of been split where you want money, but you want the dream. It's like you're going to have a moment that is maybe even an offer from a job to do something more security oriented. There's like this choice here. Yeah, with this 4 of Swords underneath and the 2, it's like trusting yourself, or trusting trusting the world, or trusting what someone else has to say. This even could be with the work you're trying to do, pile 2. So maybe you have a vision for a business. Yeah, I'm getting shivers. A vision for a business, or a vision for a design or something like that, or a novel. And someone's going to tell you, you know, they may say like, I don't like that. You should change this. What randomly came to mind, and I get super amount of shivers, is Lin-Manuel Miranda when he wrote In the Heights, his first Broadway hit. Okay, and this man went on to write Hamilton. He did Encanto. Like, he makes a lot of money now. The man made it. Okay, so I'm telling you this because this is a success story. But when he first did In the Heights, he had a big shot Hollywood producer come to his show. And this Hollywood producer, there's this character, I think her name is Nina, and she flunks out of Stanford and ends up back, like she quits Stanford and ends up back in the Heights. And that's like a big thing. Like she didn't get pregnant or anything. She just found Stanford really hard and wanted to come home. And she has this beautiful song, Breathe, about how she struggled with this issue and like leaving home and being, you know, of Hispanic descent and stuff like that. But when this big shot producer came and saw his show, or came and saw it, he told Lin-Manuel that you need to have more problems. Like she needs to be pregnant, or she needs to, you know, like something bigger had to happen. Her thing of just flunking out of college or just feeling like a failure and quitting college wasn't enough to this big shot producer. And so obviously, Lin-Manuel Miranda chose to keep in there that it was just about school, and that's why she came home. Even though the Hollywood producer told him that he needed more conflict, right? Like, he needed to make it juicier. And that's, like, that is what I'm saying here with, like, you may get a piece of information that's going to test your commitment to your vision. Because I love that song. Honestly, that song, Breathe, helped me through college when I myself struggled. And so, you have a choice when you're in the beginner stage, or when you're trying to get your vision out there, of committing to your vision or of letting your vision sort of be, it's not necessarily derailed, but be influenced by other people. And if Lin-Manuel would have done that, then we wouldn't have the character Nina. She would be a different character. She'd be pregnant. There'd be a different song. Breathe probably wouldn't be the song she had. It would have different lyrics. And so, but the lyrics that they used really resonated with me when I struggled in college. So the point is that, you have to decide what, if you're going to stand by your artistic vision, if it's worth, I even feel like fighting for. I feel like that's what's coming for you. So you are going to get a piece of information where it's like, someone isn't going, I feel like this sense of someone's not going to approve of what you're doing, or they're going to have an edit for you that I feel like personally does not align with your truth. That's what I feel like. It doesn't align with what your vision is, and you're going to have to kind of make a choice about whether or not your vision is worth it, or if you're willing to compromise it. And again, there are no right answers, okay? I gave the Lin-Manuel story because I really enjoyed that one, and I love that he ended up making that character not pregnant. But at the end of the day, it really is your choice. However, I would say, like, this is your vision, and you have to figure out what that, you know, how much does that matter to you? Like, what is it worth? Is it worth the paycheck to, or do you think someone else knows better than you? I guess is something else. Wow, you have such strong energy during this. Yeah, you're really in the middle of the game. And when I say you're in the middle of the game, pile 2, what I mean is that, like, you're in the middle of the game. Like, the knights are, again, knights also, although they're the most methodical to me, they're the most, almost like patient and slow moving, even though some of them signify fast moving. Knights are a slower moving energy to me. I also feel like knights are, they're the intermediate. Like, they're the part between becoming king and queen, or being a page and being an early person. So, like, you're in the middle of your career. You're in the middle of it, okay? Whatever you're working on, you're in the middle of it, or you're in, like, the throw of it, and I do feel this sense of disillusionment, or like, am I doing, like, what am I doing? And you're good. I feel like you should be doing something creative, pile 2. It's clear here that creativity is where either your heart or your soul lies, and that you should keep up with it. It's just a level, it's a game of patience, to be honest. Like, you got to think about how many celebrities, you know, not to say you've got to be homeless, but, you know, go to LA and become homeless, or have to live and sleep on friends' couches, or have to go to so many auditions and get told no, no, no before they get a yes. Another example here, because it feels like media and stuff like that, Adam Driver, that actor who plays Kylo Ren, before he got his TV show Girls, don't ask me why I know these things, this is useless information, I guess, but before he did, you know, he applied to Juilliard, and he got rejected the first time he went, and then he went into the, I think, Marines, and then he got discharged, and then he applied to Juilliard again, and he got in. So, like, just because you don't get something the first time through the first opportunity doesn't mean there isn't an opportunity that's right for you. If he didn't do that, he might not have graduated when he did. He might not have ever have done Girls, you know? Like, his path was different, but it was set for him. So that's to say that, like, just because something doesn't work out the first time doesn't mean it's not meant for you, pile number 2, okay? Let me say that again. Just because something doesn't work out the first time does not mean it's not meant for you. Keep going, pile 2. Keep going. So let's get into this. I didn't even talk about this. 2 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. This is beautiful energy right here, by the way. You have a very, I feel like you have something to say, pile 2. You have a unique viewpoint to put into the world, whether that is through writing, poetry, media, video content, you know, books, whatever it is. But there is something with creativity here. You could even be in like marketing or advertising, but there's something you have. And I feel like you have something to say, and it's really beautiful. And a lot of it may have to do with like balancing things out or seeing the other side of things, I feel, with this Two of Cups. But with this Two of Cups, it, of course, always makes me think of partners, which makes me think that somewhere in your field, I know you're dreamy, pile 2, but somewhere in your field, there lies someone for you. Okay, so keep going. I guess that's what I get out of this, is keep going. And with the 2 coming next to the 3 in sequential, it seems like you have a lot of the same cards, pile. I mean, the only thing we're missing is the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands is brash. And that's what I feel like Spirit is almost telling you to, like, defend your vision, but hang back. Like, as in, don't just jump on the first opportunity that comes if it's not aligning with you, pile 2. That's your advice when it comes to your career and finances. I know if you were especially asking about finances, this is confusing, but I feel there is, if you're asking about finances, is like, there is something creative you can do that will make you money, but you can't rush the process. I even feel that's why this Knight of Swords is in reverse. Like, you can't just dream about it, for one, with the Knight of Cups in reverse, and you can't get disillusioned when people don't see what you see, okay? Because not everyone's going to see your vision right away. You got to give it time. You got to find the right crowd. I feel like even with this 3 of Cups in reverse, you got to find the right crowd for it. But I do feel, even because the Knight of Swords in reverse, and the only knight we're missing here is the Knight of Wands. The reason the Knight of Wands is missing is because they don't want you to be brash. So if you are given an offer, but the offer requires that maybe you give up ownership rights, or maybe you don't get credit, or something, like there's something in what piece of information you're gonna get that is like, should I? And I'm not gonna lie, Spirit's kind of like, you can if it's worth it to you to just get the money, or if it's, you know, whatever it is, but it might be, there could be something even better for you, I guess is what I'm saying. So let's keep going here. And it might even be that some people want to work with you. I even hear with this 3 of Cups, like, some people decide that, I don't know, they like want in on what you want to do, but it may also not be a good idea, because it's almost like they just want a piece of, again, discern it as it comes, but it feels like almost they want a piece of the money, or they want a piece of your success to come, and it's not because they're actually invested in you. Pile 2, you're creative, and creatives can make a lot of money, you know, visionary people. These are people like Bill Gates, Elon Musk. These are, and not that you have to be that level, but even just if you think about people we revere as being great, of genius, they are creative. They bring something. You have to bring something new to the table. No one likes what already is. They have to bring something new to the table. And I feel like you do that, pile 2. And so you may find that a lot of people want to latch onto that because they know what it can be. They know, like, I don't know, this Knight of Pentacles is really giving me, because you're right next to the king, or queen, then king. It gives me the sense of, like, you are on your way to money, or you're on your way to success, or you're on your way to being great, and some people can sense that, and they'll latch on purely for that fact, like, not because they actually like you as a person, or not even maybe that they enjoy your actual content, but they just enjoy success. Like, it's almost like, you know, people are sniffing you out. It's kind of weird. I don't like that energy, but it's coming through. Let's see what else. So is there a, okay, I felt like, is there a Y? And this just came out. Okay, so you have the 10th house world upright, Jupiter abundance in reverse, and the sun spirit. Yeah, I told you, this piece of information may be money for your idea at the cost of the idea, you know? And if your goal is just to sell the idea, then that's different. But it feels like you have a vision, like you have something you believe in. And this can bring you money and reputation if you say yes. But it's like, it doesn't actually bring you the abundance you're looking for. Because, for instance, if someone's like trying to pay you to take your song, for instance, to be able to sing your song, it's like, well, then this person gets famous from that song and you don't really get anything. Like, yes, you get a little money, or maybe you get prestige, but you don't really get anything. You don't get true abundance, and you don't get your spirit fulfilled. I guess I'm just saying, pile 2, is like, very much be weary of or wary of new information or new offers coming your way, because they're going to test your ability to be patient for the one that is right for you, okay? They're going to test that. They really are. I want to get the mermaid. I didn't do this for the last pile, but I feel like there's something here for you. Yeah, there's definitely information. Pal, too, if you've been waiting for an offer, I don't know, I almost feel like expect one by the end of the month, but also it might not, just because you're getting an offer doesn't mean it's the right one, okay? Yeah, I think there's a level of patience you need to have, because again, you're missing the Knight of Wands. You're missing action, because I think that's what Spirit's like, you might not want to say yes to this, you know what I mean? Like, it's an offer, but is it the right offer for you? Voyage, set sail on a new course. Yeah, I get this idea of you might have to go things, not alone, kind of alone, but it's like you might have to go a different route, Pile 2. You might not be able to go the way that you're being offered to go, okay? Let me see what else I'm seeing here. Because I did get a lot about your career, but it feels like, I'm not going to lie, Pile 2, it feels like your career is very linked to your finances. Like, I almost feel like these horses could connect, you know, in a weird yin and yang kind of way, where it's like your vision, your creativity is your livelihood, or it will be. If you're not currently working a creative field or trying to work a creative field, honestly, you're probably at the wrong pile. I don't know why you're still watching. Like, click out. At the beginning, I put what's happening, so hopefully it would resonate. And if it hadn't thus far, click out of the video. Anyway, but assuming you're here and it's resonating, it feels like your livelihood is very much related to your creativity. Your like, it's not just like, you're not necessarily just a finance guy. Like, if you were a finance guy, you'd be a finance guy creating YouTube content. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some level of just creativity that has to be in your job, or imagination, or romanticness, or just artistic ability in what you do. And then you're going to be getting this offer, and then, you know, you got to make a choice there. So and that's coming to you. I feel like that's coming this month. So let's look at what you can do to prepare. And then I was going to say that, like, I didn't really look at finances, but even then, I still feel like you're getting a message for your finances. So maybe this just is a job. But it's like, you want to be patient. You want to be patient to maybe getting the right job, you know, or the right financial opportunity. I know this sucks, and like, I normally wouldn't tell you wait. Like, I get it, we're struggling, maybe you have bills piling up, but you really got to think about like what you're giving up here, okay? Because I'm not going to say that this won't give you a good reputation, or it won't give you, like, maybe it'll give you the chance to travel, and if that's really all you care about. But it like I feel like you care about your vision. Like, you have a very strong understanding of something. Like, you have a strong idea or a strong vision for this, and if you give it up, you're losing too much just for the accolade, or just for money from another person. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, I guess, in my opinion, it doesn't seem like it's worth that to you. But if it is, again, your choice. It's up to you. Just know that this is coming. This piece of information is coming, and it's going to test your commitment to what you enjoy. Cleanse and detoxify. All right. So with cleanse and detoxify here, pile 2, I do feel that Spirit is saying to better prepare for this, make sure you are taking your health is on point. Because if you're, in essence, like, if you're not taking care of yourself, you're more likely to look for someone else to take care of you. And, yeah, like, look for someone to take care of you. I don't even mean necessarily physically, but it's like, you know how if you're really stressed, if someone offers you 50 grand for your sneakers, you're a lot more likely to take it, even if, so I feel the sense of like, if you were really stressed and you had these sneakers that your grandpa gave you that are very sentimental, but if you're stressed and someone's like, hey, I'll give you 50K for those sneakers, you're like, oh, I don't give a F, take them. But it's like, generally you wouldn't have done that because those sneakers meant the world to you. Like, they meant the world to you. They meant way more than 50 grand. I mean, I'm not saying grandpa shoes mean that much, but I'm just saying that's the example. So you want to make sure you're in a good state. So that way when this news comes, you're level-headed. I feel like that with the Knight of Pentacles. You want to be level-headed to make the right decision for you. Okay? And this could be also something I'm getting just now, is it doesn't have to be that you don't take the contract or you don't take the opportunity, but maybe you need to rewrite some things. You know what I mean? Like, there's a sense of something is not quite right, pile 2, and you'll want to make sure that you check that before you commit to it, okay? Before you say yes, before you say I'm down, you know? Even it just may be that this is going to take a lot more time than you anticipated. It'll take a lot more effort than you anticipated, and you want to just make sure that you are keeping your vision throughout what you do, because that's what's fueling you here, clearly, and I don't even want you to give that up. So make sure, yeah, that you are taking care of your health, make sure you're getting enough sleep, you are eating healthy, you're doing everything, so when you are presented with this information, or when you're presented with this offer, or whatever is going to happen, you have the right mental capacity, emotional capacity to be able to deal with it. But yeah, that is all I'm saying for you, pile number 2. If you enjoyed this reading, comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Chariot card, then this is going to be your reading. What a great card to get for what's going on with your career and finances. I really do, with this card, I hear go. So if that resonates, this is definitely your reading, but I'm going to start with what's happening with this Chariot card so you get a sense. If this part does not resonate, okay, go to another pile, because then I don't think this is your pile. So, you know, don't be afraid with this career finance readings to click out and go to a different reading, because you may like have chosen, but it just doesn't resonate in the beginning, and then in that case, you may want to click out. But with the Chariot, I feel like it's time for you to move. Like, it's time for you to either move on or just, like, move forward with something. There's a project or an idea or a job or traveling. There's like something where I literally hear the word go. Like, it's time to go. And it might even be just like, it's time to buckle down and do it. Time to get it done. Even if you're in school, it's time to get it done. Like, it's time to go. Like, push it to the limit, you know, Corbin Blue, baby. Yeah, oh yeah, it's time to go, pile 3. Okay, what is happening right now? It is go time for you. It is go, go, go. It is plant those seeds. It's make them grow. It's let's go. The Magician is all about manifestation. As above, so below is what the Magician represents. He has everything he needs to make it happen. And I feel like that's what's happening for you. If it is not happening yet, for some of you, if you're like, I don't feel like I have everything, I'm hearing you do, or you will very, very soon. Okay, pile number 3, it is go time for you. It is time. If you've been thinking, I want to make a YouTube channel, it's time to make the channel. It's time to form it. It's time to record a video. If you've been thinking, I want to start investing in stocks or currency, it's time to research it. It's time to open a brokerage account. If you have been thinking, I would really like to get into music, it's time to record that song. It's time to write down those lyrics. Whatever you are trying to do, it is time to make it happen. Okay, it's time. You got to do it. Like, not even you have to, but it's just, I'm telling you, this is a good time for you to do it. Okay, I don't know why, it is. Well, we can look into the why, actually. I mean, I'm like, I don't know why, as I'm holding the deck of cards that could tell us why. I kill myself sometimes. I'm like, I don't know why. Well, why don't you just ask? Okay, let's see. What's the why here? Okay. You got the Page of Wands, followed by the 7 of Cups. It's opportunity, baby. Okay. Spirit is being very clear for you, pile number 3. I feel like because that's like, I feel like you have an idea of what this is. It could be that you want to move to another country, you want to move to a different city, you want to move out of your parents' home, you want to get a new job, you want to start a YouTube. Like, again, what you want to do is up to you, because this does with the Chariot. The Chariot is about drive and ambition, but the Chariot isn't going to leave for something he doesn't want. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Chariot isn't going to chase what he isn't interested in. Why would he do that? Like, I hear that. Even, why would I do that? So this is definitely something you want, pile number 3. You want this thing. You want this career. You want to go here. You want to move here. You want to get away from here. Even if you just want to not be where you're at. You know, there's something about you wanting to be somewhere else. You wanting to have something. You wanting to be somewhere. And now is the time. Why is now the time? Because this is the time of opportunity for you to learn. I definitely feel like the Page of Wands is stylish. The Page of Wands is the beginner, but it's the beginner with energy and vision. He ends up being the King of Wands. And guess who the King of Wands is? The King of the Wands is that dude. The King of Wands is a boss. The King of Wands has a long schlong. Why am I like this? I don't know. But, okay, so the Page of Wands is the start of that. And so for your career and finances, whatever you want, whatever you're looking for, let's go. Let's go. Drop and give me 10, pile 3. Drop and give me 10. It's time to go. Let's go. Because this is your time. There are so many opportunities that are waiting for you, or maybe that you've had. The 7 of Cups can also speak of illusionment, of not seeing things clearly. But the Page of Wands is vision. The Page of Wands is the beginner of he's a page, but he's like the page who's ready to go out. He's the page who's down. Like, you know what I mean? He's not the page who's just waiting around to figure things out or unsure. The Page of Wands goes. And he does it in style. And so I feel like this is what it's saying, that it's time for you to go, to be a risk taker, go in a new direction. You may even get news of an opportunity, and like, this is your message, I guess, to say yes, like, you have everything to make it work. So if you're afraid and you're wondering, do I have what it takes to make this work? Yes. Yes, you do. So let's see what is coming to you. Pile number... Yeah, this is a big time of opportunity, pile 3. Like, I don't know if it's your Jupiter return. or you just have some really like solidly set planets or transits going on for you right now. I mean, I know March is in general an opportune month for most people to start planting seeds, but it feels like for you especially, like anything you've been wanting, I hear like do it. Okay, a lot of you have been feeling a spike. I'm gonna keep going because yeah, you had Cancer too. Okay, let's get into this. So, sorry if the camera moved a bit. I hit the mic. So let's start with the Spirit card. A lot of you haven't had energy, but your energy is going to be returning to you. It could be that it is spring where you are as it starts to warm up, or it just could be, I mean, it could be a lot of things. You could have had a lot of health problems. I kind of get that with the Chariot, that you could have had some issues or some bad things, but it's kind of like you're at like a new dawn. I get the sense of a new beginning. You're at that point, like you are at the turning page, and I'm hearing turn it, like make it happen. So the Spirit is, with the Sun card and the Spirit, it's like being yourself, and I also get that sense too, where it's like, you may have spent a lot of time hiding, or a lot of time, honestly, almost like, I get the sense because before, the number 7 is 6, and it's also, why am I blanking here? So before the number 7 is the number 6, and the number 6 is all about harmony and like taking care of other people, and it's also the Lovers, which is all about choice, and it's like you just need to make the choice and dive forward. It's like instead of trying to balance things, and I feel this strong sense of maybe you spent time specifically like taking care of other people, because the Chariot rules Cancer, and we also have that here with Roots. Like maybe you spent time incubating or growing and learning yourself, or you've had to care for family members, or you've had to care for yourself and other people's problems, or your own mental health, or like your inner child, but it's like you've done it. Like, congratulations, you've graduated. It feels like you're a beginner again, but in the best sense, where it's like you're ready to go chase your dreams. You're ready to go get what you want out of life, pile number 3, whatever career, whatever finance. And I just get the sense with the Chariot that, like, with the other piles, it's kind of like some of them don't maybe know what they want, but I don't get that with you, pile 3. No, I get the sense of maybe you want, okay, I get the sense that maybe you want more than one thing, and that's what's confusing. You're like, well, which one do I choose? I hear like the correct answer will be revealed to you, but also just go a little bit. I almost feel like being a risk taker here, where you can do more than one, like choose more than one. Definitely I feel with this Moon card, I would say also with the Chariot and the Moon, trust your emotions when it comes to this. That's different, but I actually hear that. So if something is making you feel like emotionally giddy and fulfilled and you're like ready to go, that's a good indication. If something is making you feel tired or lethargic, or like you just can't get a handle on it, or foggy-headed, then maybe, that's not the thing for you right now. So very much I feel like your intuition is growing, and you really need to trust it as you move forward. And now with the 4th house Roots here, this even could be moving back in with family, but I do feel like with this Move card here, maybe you are setting down roots. Maybe you have thought about buying a house and you're actually making it happen, or moving home. It feels a lot of like shifting, or even if you've been thinking, shifting career. It's like setting down roots in a new career that you actually enjoy. And this is the thing, like, make sure you're enjoying it. Because what I get with the Page of Wands, which is a very like happy card, again, it's a good card. It's the start of something new. It's risk-taking, it's adventure, it's daring. The Magician is the same way. The Chariot is driven, he's ambitious, he goes for what he wants, he does not care. He will, like, the Chariot, will just kind of plow you over. I feel like all of this is like stuff that makes you happy, like stuff that makes you fearless, stuff that makes you bold. I get this fearless energy here. And wherever that is, it's like you're safe to set down roots there, because you're not afraid. So don't be afraid to set down roots when you go somewhere new. What else am I seeing? Pile 3, Spirit really wants to talk about how much you've gone through. And so, yeah, with this Sun card, I hear like you don't need to be afraid. You deserve this new beginning. I told you that it seemed like you were taking care of people, but I'm even getting more and more that maybe you've been going through a dark night of the soul, or you've had a rough past year, you've had a lot of things just not work out. And it's like, what I was trying to say before, and I might have gotten lost in my yappity yapping, is that like, this is your time to be selfish, pile 3. This is your time to say, what do I want? Because think about it, there's one person in each of these cards. One. Just one. And it's right before the Lovers, which is 2. It's all about partner, it's balance, partnerships, choice. This is all about you. This is like, I make the choice. I go with what makes me happy. And that is what you should focus on with your career, with your finances. I even feel like if you're doing well enough and you're moving forward, maybe buy that nice outfit. Like you've I feel in a sense like you're either going to be doing enough, but you can manifest what you want easy. So taking care of your physical appearance is really a part of this too. Like, make yourself feel good. And that is what is going on with your career and finances. Like, it's really moving forward. You're going to see, I definitely hear this, you're going to see pile 3. Like, you're going to see it moving forward. You're going to see you can go in a new direction. You can do what you want to do. You can take the risk and, you know, live overseas or do whatever it is you've been wanting to do. It's now. Like, now is the time that your manifestation skills are strong and you can acquire what it is you desire. I think you've done a really good job. I honestly just keep being drawn back to the Chariot and Cancer, and Cancers are very, like, homey. They're home takers. They take care of other people. And I get that strong sense from you, pile 3, where you have done it. You've taken care of other people. You put yourself on the back burner to care for other people's needs. And like that energy's over. Like, for your career and finances, even maybe financially, you took care of a partner, or you took care of a sibling or a parent, or you know what I mean? Like, there's something about you taking care of someone else physically, emotionally, mentally, however you've done it, you've been doing that. And that's over. It's about you, pile number 3. It is about you. What do you want for career? What do you want in your finances? What do you want to spend your money on for you? Not for them, not for the family, for you. What do you want? You get it. Like, and I get that Ariana Grande song, you know, it's a great manifesting song, 7 Rings, which is funny because this is the Chariot, 7 rings. I want it, I got it. That's kind of the energy, you know? I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. That is what you are right now for career and finances. So any career you want, I really get the sense that you can make it happen, pile 3. Really and truly, with the Magician, you can make it happen. You have everything you need to make it happen. Any financial things, if you want to bring in money, you can make it happen. You can start a side hustle. You can, you know, invest. You can figure, like, you are at the point where it is about you. And whatever you want, you can get, pile 3. You can get for your career, for your finances. Yeah, and I just see you moving. And if you've wanted to move, you're going to get to move and set down roots somewhere else. So let's see what you can do to prepare. I feel like I'm hearing nourish your soul, so make sure that you do things that really do make you feel good, pile 3. That's the most important here. Like, are you feeling good? And I normally, you know, not everyone should just focus on just chasing pleasure or feeling good, but I don't know. I feel like you've spent so long being unhappy or so long just doing things for other people. Like, you deserve to feel good, pile 3. Like, you deserve to just do things because you enjoy doing them. You deserve to live somewhere you enjoy living. You deserve to be around people you like being around. But let's see what you can do to better prepare. Actually, I want to get a sense for, hold on real quick. I want to get a sense for what is coming. I mean, I think we kind of answered what's coming, but let's just see if there's anything else. Oh my, look at this. Y'all, you see me shuffle on camera. A win-win outcome is in the forecast. So if you've been trying to leave home, I feel like for some of you, or get away, or really just like, again, be more with you, do more what you want to do, there's going to come an outcome that you're not going to have to, like, you're not going to have to sacrifice your family to do what you want. You know what I mean? Or abandon someone to get where you want to go. I almost hear like your role will be filled. So if you've been fulfilling a role in your family or financially for someone, it's like something is going to come along to help them too. This is part of your like manifestation because you deserve this, honestly. So like, for instance, if you've been supporting a friend, they've been sleeping on your couch and you've been wanting to move, but it's like, oh, but my friend, you know, they need me. I've been taking care of them on my couch. It's like that friend's finally going to get a job. And so then you don't have to take care of them anymore, you know? And so that leaves you more time. It's like everything is just going to work out for you, pile 3. I know. It's like, okay, only Oracle, but no, dead ASS. Like, it's all going to work out for you. See, look at this. Yeah. A lot of you have been wanting to move. I get that strongly. The Chariot roots and the 6 of Swords. It's been a slow process. You've been wondering if you could make it happen, if it's going to happen, and it will. Now, I'm not saying an exact timeline, though 7 seems a good indication here. You have 2 7s, and I even told you the song 7 Rings, so it may be 7 months before this, like, before it all gets lined up, you know what I mean, and you actually get to leave. But it's like, it's happening. Like, go, make it happen. Like, make it happen, pile number 3. Let's see. Yeah, I get the sense of setting down. Oh my god, and you got the 2 of Cups. Aratatata, pile 3. Aratatata. Ooh. Okay, let's get into this. Juicy. So if you have been wanting to move, I don't know. This is a really good time for you. Like, you're on the up and up. I see you, like, you're leaving behind. You see this fire, you're leaving behind you for new waters, new places. And at that new place, I think you'll find more balanced partnerships. So either this is a more balanced career. I know this is about career and finances, but I'm not going to lie, pile 3. It feels like you're doing a life makeover. Like you're not just changing your career. You're not just, it feels more like you're moving or like you're going somewhere completely different. Like there's something about this where I'm hearing like life doesn't look the same. Like life is different. You're doing things that make you happy. You're happy. And so, there's just like there's a lot of change in your life that it's not just your career. Like yes, it is your career and finances, and that's what this reading is about, but know that like there's a lot of change, and it's the good change, not the change that you're like, oh F me, this sucks. It's the change that's like, heck freaking yeah, like I'm living the dream. You again, listen to Ariane, I want it, I got it, baby. Like I want it, I got it. So yeah, a lot of you may find partnerships. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be with this 2 of Cups, but I just feel like maybe you'll find a friendship or a business partner or someone who, or a even like a professor if you're going to school in another country or something. You're just going to find, I feel like you're going to find a crowd. Like you're going to find people you enjoy being around. And so what can they better do to prepare? Okay, here, keep working. So yeah, keep working, pile 3, to better prepare. I also feel like there's something to be said about connection. Let me see here. What can pile 3 do better to prepare? I feel this idea with the 3 of Pentacles of you keep working on your craft. So whatever you're working on or whatever you want to work towards or that you see here, like whatever you want, you know what I mean? Yeah, look at this, perseverance. Keep working on it. Keep going. Keep going. I know it might seem hard at times. Prudence, don't be lured into by these siren songs. Okay, yeah. So even though so what I'm trying to say here is keep working on it, pile 3. Yeah, okay. Oh, I see here. So I'm being drawn to you as you being this white thing, this white little feathered being. And so, and you're sculpting this thing, but this thing that you're sculpting is also affecting, I guess I would say like the public, or it's affecting other people. And other people may try to like tear you down. I'm not going to lie, pile 3. Like this is what you want to prepare for. Other people may try and tear you down. I don't think necessarily the people you helped, but it's like people who see what you're doing. You know, you got to say, anytime things get better and your life is looking good, you always got some snakes in the water who are like, they either want a piece of it or they don't want you to, people don't always want to see people do well because they themselves are not doing well. I do feel that energy where it's like there might be one person or a couple people who are kind of like, either not happy for you or low-key trying to sabotage you, not gonna lie. Or it could even be that they just write, like, I get the sense of, like, mean comments online or mean comments on your stuff. It could be strangers even, and it's not that many people, don't worry. Overwhelmingly, this is a very positive reading, but there may be a few people or a few, like, I guess kind of hiccup, and it feels like people, like their character, like they're just trying to keep you from getting what you want, or they want to, like, bring you down, but it's like, don't listen to them. Don't worry about them. Stay the course. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep going. They don't worry about them. Like, they're going to be handled. I literally hear Spirit say that. They're going to be handled. Don't worry about them. Literally ignore them. They do not matter. And I also feel with don't be lured by the siren song, like, legitimately don't give them attention. You don't even need to defend yourself. Like, unless they're really slandering your name, and I'm talking, they'd have to be like, even then I hear Spirit say, like, wouldn't worry about it. Like, that person's opinion means nothing. Don't worry about it. So, for example, because it just came to my head, maybe you're planning a move, but like your ex's ex-girlfriend, random, is like writing hate stuff or like DMing people saying mean stuff about you. Like, don't put your energy towards that situation. It doesn't matter. You're about to be in a new situation anyway. Like, don't worry about it. Like, just ignore them. Literally ignore them. Ignore anybody who's hating. And I mean that. Like, don't entertain it. I know it gets tempting to, like, defend yourself or to set people straight or to tell them how it is or to tell them who you are. And you definitely don't give me quiet energy, pile 3, at least not anymore. If you were a quiet person, you're definitely coming into more like, I'm that bitch or I'm that man. Like, you know, you could never step to me, you know? But this is almost like they're just going to derail you from your task to getting to where you want to go. So just focus on what you want. Don't focus on anything that's trying to help you or trying to take you away from that. It's almost like a temptation to get you out, you know, because the siren is what men would hear at sea, and then they would crash their ships. Don't crash your ships. Stay the course of your ship. Don't worry about anybody trying to come in. It's almost like you need to have your blinders on and ignore any negativity for now, pile number 3, to make sure that you get where you want to go, because you have somewhere and you're going to get there. And it's like by trying to pay attention or see what someone's saying, you're going to get trapped. Don't do it. Just stay the course. Focus on your goals. I feel like it's this one. Look at this. Y'all, you must really be moving because we have Roots, Chariot, this 6 of Wands. Like, were you trying to move? Because I get this strong energy of movement, like quite literally moving home. Like you wanted to move, you wanted to get a house, you wanted to get a new apartment, you want to move to a new city, you want to go overseas. It is happening, baby. It's happening. Definitely feel like this is a 7-month thing. So it might be July or it may be in 7 months within itself. But 7's a really big number here. 7 is a very big number here. Between now and the next like 7 months, that's what I feel like. And so with this change in direction card, yeah, you're definitely, if you want to leave, you are going to get there, okay? And again, like I said, best way to prepare is just ignore people who are hating. Focus on you, what you want, what you're going to do, your plan, your way of going, and just keep taking action. With the Chariot and the Magician, and even the Page of Wands, they are action people. They do it. They do it. They don't talk about it. They don't, dream about it. They do it. So make sure you are not just talking the talk, pile 3. Walk the freaking walk. Walk it. Do it. Make it happen. Anything else I'm seeing? Career and finances. Let's see. Okay, with this change of direction, though, I do want to say that it could also be that you're in a different career. I did get that with the Page of Wands, where you end up in a different career than maybe you studied to get a degree for, or maybe than you initially thought. But it's okay, because like this career is definitely better suited for you. So it's going to work out, okay? Yeah, pile 3, that is all I'm seeing for you. I love this spread. This was so incredibly positive. I love to see it. I love, love, love to see it. And I can't wait to see the awesome thing. If you're planning a move, comment down below, because that energy just did not go away throughout this whole reading. But that is all I'm seeing, pile 3. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, hello, pile number 4. If you chose the 7 of Pentacles, this is going to be your reading. It is very fitting for a career finance reading for you to have picked the 7 of Pentacles, let me tell you, because the 7 of Pentacles is all about perseverance and long-term vision. It's about, it can be about resting after working for so hard and taking a break. It is all about reaping what you sow. So if you have been putting in the work towards something, it's a good indication that it's going to pay off, okay? It's a very good indication. Likewise, it could be an indication that you've been working a lot and it may be time for a break, pile number 4, when it comes to your career and finances. Just kind of like take a step back. Although maybe not, because you have the 8 of Pentacles here. So it could be an idea of you becoming more of a master, you really accumulating wealth. Because to be honest, I kind of think of the 7 of Pentacles as like the training stage of like reaping what you sow, but then the 8 of Pentacles is like really putting in the work. So the 7 of Pentacles also denotes long-term planning. So maybe you're formulating a plan, or you're trying to make a plan right now when it comes to your career and finances that could be very fruitful in the future. Take what resonates, but that's kind of where I feel like you're at right now. There's this planning element, or this either needing a rest, or really starting to look at the big picture, I feel like, in the long term, pile number 4. You're not in it for the short game. You're not in it for quick wins anymore, although you're okay with the quick win. You know, you're not mad at it, but you have more of a vision. So this would be something like starting a Roth IRA, a long-term retirement account, you know, and contributing to it. Or looking at, I'm just thinking of stocks because this feels very financial for me, like what's going on that you're trying to look at. So maybe you've thought about investing in stocks or cryptocurrency, although cryptocurrency is a little more volatile for now. But you definitely could look at the long term, risk management, things like that. So even with your career, though, you're looking at the long term, like, where do I want to be? Do I want to be a CEO in this company? Do I want to be like a marketing director? Do I want to be a partner at the firm? Like, you're really looking at that long term. Let's see what else is happening here. I think you need to be sure it's something you want, though, pile 4. Yep, okay. I was getting that sense. So some of you are really, I get this idea that you're like overworking yourself and you're in need of a break or like a day off. So what's going on in your career and finances? You may need a day off, pile 4, okay? Or some of you may be stressed because you're realizing the work you're putting in towards something is not either fulfilling or actually what you want. So I really think in terms of big picture, I think you really need to figure that. I don't even feel like you need to figure it out. It almost feels like you need to stop trying to figure it out. That's what it is. So you may, I told you in the beginning, you may need a break. I'm getting that stronger where it's like you, with this 9 of Swords clarifying it, I think you do need a break. Like, don't spend a day doing something free that you enjoy, like going to walk in nature or watching TV, but take a break for a second because, I feel like you're also stressing about it. Like, yes, you want to build wealth, and yes, you have this vision, but it's like, it's kind of ruling you, and you might need a break, okay? Yeah, you might need a break. Let's see. Okay. So, especially if you've been working a job that requires more of your left brain, and by left brain, I mean you're doing more things that are logic-oriented, mathematics, or very hands-on construction, things like that, I feel like the sense of you need to get back into your creativity, like you need to dip into your creative side. I think you need to just do something you enjoy. Yeah, I get the sense of you needing to do something you enjoy or create something you enjoy just for the sake of creating it. So even if you are in a creative field, because you can be, I feel like a bunch of careers and jobs or financial situations, but it just feels like you're very focused on it. So you are very career focused or finance focused. And it's like, your creativity, your feminine side, your side that likes to just exist and be and not just work, is feeling a little neglected. And also could be that you have put in work and you're kind of like waiting for something to grow. You're waiting to see the results. And it's like, rather than wait to see the results and stare at the growing buds, why don't you go do something else? And not like just worry about it growing or worry about it happening. Like, go create something. Go do something you actually enjoy doing, And I feel like that's kind of the energy here, where you need to go do something you enjoy doing. I don't particularly feel anything wrong with your career finances. Like, even if you're struggling right now, I feel like you have a plan in place. Like, you're not a lost sheep. It's just, I just feel the sense of the 9 of Swords of like, this 9 of Swords I'm reading is more of like overwhelm or just thinking too hard on it or paying too much attention to it and needing to take a step back to, needing to take a step back to better do it. Yeah, I get the sense of you are really watching for it. You're watching for your next opportunity, you're watching for your advancement, you're watching for your finances to grow. Like, you're really paying attention to your finances or to your career, and even to like your studies if you're a student. And it's just kind of like, take a step back, take a nice little vacation, take some time to create something just because you enjoy it, or to do something just because you enjoy it, rather than constantly working on this thing or constantly putting all of your energy towards it. Let's see if there is a... Okay, they said this. What's the why here? Okay, yeah. So the why here is because you're taking on too much. Oh, yeah. You're definitely... Okay, so pile number 4. Career aside, I feel like you're someone who really seeks financial abundance. I mean, who freaking doesn't? Like, who doesn't want to have a lot of money? I'm with you. But it feels like it's almost ruling your brain. Like, all you can think about is maybe money or stocks or your job or making more or getting more. It's like you're very it's an obsessive mindset almost, and it's like you're taking on too much because of it. But it's like, it feels like the things you're taking on are in your head more than they are like you're physically taking them on. It's like it's not that you're the reason you're stressed out, but in essence, in some ways you are, because of your obsession or your need to grow your wealth. And again, I get it. If it's like, no one wants to be poor, no one wants to be homeless. Anyone who's grown up in poverty, I feel you, baby. Like, it's a struggle. It's a very, like, to get away from that, you will work so hard. You will do literally anything to get away from it. And I understand. But it's like, when you have enough, when you're building it, you gotta let it, like, you can't, it's like you're doing it at the point of damaging yourself, pile 4, and that's not good for you. And the number one thing that is important to you should be your well-being. I mean, the point of being rich is to be well, right? Like, it's because if you have more money, then you can afford to do what you want. You don't have to work so much, right? You can afford to go where you want, to get what you want. And so if you're not taking care of yourself, that is not good, no matter how much money you have. You know what I mean? Like, you only have one body and one life. And I feel this sense of that, where it's like you're running yourself ragged mentally, even if like physically you feel fine, mentally you're running yourself ragged over this, and you got to take a step back. Like, you see how this is the 6 or the 4 of Pentacles. They're like gripping onto this. They're so afraid to lose their money. They're so afraid of someone taking it. And it's like, you see this, skeleton here is almost exacerbating it. You know, it's reaching around them. It's telling them to be fearful. And it's like, you got to shake your demon off and be like, get off of me. You know, literally there's a whole thing of fire right here. Push that mother into the fire. Like, push them into the fire. You don't need that in your life. Like, your wealth isn't going anywhere, okay? Like, no one can take it from you because it exists in you, and you can always just make more. Like, there's an abundance of wealth. There's so much money in this world. Money is really just a concept, if we're being honest, but there's so much abundance in this world. You don't need to be afraid of losing yours, pile number 4. So you can like relax. Like, literally, I feel like your shoulders are tense while you're watching this, so maybe just take a second and relax your shoulders and roll them back, you know? Maybe get a nice massage with this Empress card, but you're doing the thing, okay? I feel like there's a sense of doubt too. Maybe you're like, am I doing the thing? Am I getting where I need to go? Am I just tripping? No, you're doing cool. You're cool, powerful. You're cool. You're getting there, okay? Just, you gotta relax. So we're going to look at what's coming for you. Yeah, definitely the sense of you need to relax. Like I told you, a vacation, something creative. Okay. So we have 7th house partners. What is coming for pile? Okay. So I heard very clearly that some of you may get, this feels more romantic or friendship-wise, but it does feel romantic. Some of you, maybe while you're taking a break, go on like a date. I don't know if you have Tinder or whatever. It may be nice for you to just engage with someone of romantic interest, you know, just to take your mind off of things and just get you more in your feminine energy, because love is very feminine in its expression, you know, it's very soft. I love that about love, but I think that's kind of what needs to happen here. So what's coming is maybe you'll be presented with an offer, an opportunity to connect with someone. Not saying this is your soulmate or your wife or your husband, but it's like, it may just be nice. This doesn't mean you have to like sleep with them or go far, but it might be nice to just like, you know, get dinner, hang out, chill, watch a movie. If you want to have sex with them, have sex with them, but you don't have to. It's just taking things a little lighter, you know, indulging, not being so work oriented, having some fun with people. And it definitely feels romantic. So you might want to look at engaging romantically with whoever you're interested in, or on Tinder or something. I don't know, whatever you're into, that may be a really good idea for you. Likewise, this could be business, because I get the sense of like hanging out with a coworker after work. It almost feels like hanging out with a coworker with intentions of something more, you know, or even someone in the legal system. So if you've been dealing with legal issues or legal problems, I don't know, I get this random sense that I should tell you they are going to be resolved, but, you know, maybe take the bailiff to dinner. Why am I saying this? I guess take the bailiff to dinner. Like, I don't know, just if someone asks you out, like, it might be a good idea to just say yes, you know, like, and of course, be safe, ladies and gentlemen. Like, don't just go to random places, you know, be safe, but going to dinner might be nice. Because it's going to add a little bit of fun, like a little bit of fun back into your life, a little bit of mystery, a little bit of sexual attraction, you know, all that good stuff. And it's really going to revolutionize, I think. It'll help you realize what you're doing this for, like why you want money, but why do you want money so badly? And why are you so in scarcity mindset? I think you evaluating that, and it's almost like you're evaluating that through dating or through a relationship, you know? You're evaluating it through the lens of hanging out with someone else. Yeah, and I feel like there's just a change that needs to take place in, I feel like this work-life balance. I mean, I don't have the 2 of Pentacles, but I'm kind of feeling that energy. Yeah. Because I feel like you're very close to the finish line. Pile number 4. I feel like you're very close to the finish line. Let me see here. What's going on with pile? Yeah. I'm getting more justice energy here. Okay. So I get this 5 of Cups as being in the past, as things not working out for you. And so part of why you may hang on so tightly to your career or to your job is because, like, I almost get a sense of lack of trust, like in the universe, but also in other people. With the justice, I feel like you specifically maybe had legal problems or problems with people in authority or people who are supposed to take care of people not doing that, you know, not doing what you're trying to do. Oh, you got the 4 of Pentacles again. Yeah, you got... So yeah, I definitely get this past sense of you having some struggles either legally or with things that you've done that you don't really trust people, or you don't trust certain situations. So understandable, Okay, so as I was saying, sorry, I had an interruption. I don't know where I left off, to be honest, but as I was saying, I feel like the Five of Cups in the Justice card speaks of your past, of either legal troubles or money trouble, or just like a lot of disappointments in general, where you don't trust people, you don't trust your money to grow, like you don't trust things to be done. It could even be that financially you've made some errors or mistakes with debt and things, so you're like um extra attentive to it because you don't, you know, there's a fear there, there's a lack mentality. But I'm happy to say, with you being close to the finish line, with you having the Four of Pentacles again, it does feel like there is wealth to be had for you. Okay, there's access to be had for you, and you are very close to financially, I feel like, achieving a goal. I get that with this Four of Pentacles for this deck. You're very close to achieving a financial goal or getting something, and once you do, it's like you want to be able to relax, like balance out your emotions and your like take charge, authoritative. I guess this is like your masculine and feminine, really, because the Queen of Cups is honestly almost as feminine as it gets next to the Empress. And I feel like this is the part of you that isn't getting enough attention, is like the intuitive part of you, the soft part of you, the giving part that just takes care of yourself. You know what I mean? I get this sense of like lack of self-care, lack of self-love. And so that's really what needs to be cultivated here as these changes come in, because it's like if you're not really balanced, I almost feel like you can't be the emperor, because you would allow people to take advantage of you for the pure sake of monetary gain, or for the pure sake of, I almost feel like there's like this idea of people being able to take advantage of you because you're not emotionally balanced. So it's very important that you learn, like you start being more comfortable with your emotions and stop shunning them in pursuit of work, and being a little more feminine, because it allows you to take real clear charge, because it's strange, Power Four, but by being feminine, or by understanding your femininity and diving into that and sensitivity, it's like that allows you to be the boss, because it's like someone can't control you emotionally. Like the Emperor cannot be controlled emotionally, but it feels like right now you almost can be, because it's like you feel so low, or you feel so obsessed, that it's like it's almost like you're a wound up rubber band, and you're like about to snap. And it's through dealing with your emotions and like actually taking care of yourself that you're able to take charge in the correct manner, like the right manner for you. Yeah, you see, you gotta adjust this. This work-life balance is not good. It's no bueno, pile number 4. It is no bueno. You really gotta adjust it. And you really gotta start taking better care of yourself. It is very clear here. You gotta start, I think, really just relaxing. Like you really, and this is hard to do. Let's see what you can. What deck do I want? I feel like I'm going to use a different deck for you, pile number 4, that I haven't used for any of the other piles. Hang on here. Okay. But it feels like, this deck is probably for you, because it's the Moon deck. Okay. Hang on one second. What can they do to prepare? Okay. I hear that very clearly. Take a time out. You know, put up some boundaries. Stop. It's funny because I feel like pile 4, you need to put up boundaries with yourself. I almost get kind of the workaholic, again, with the 10 of Wands, where you just keep working, you'll keep working, you'll keep working. You're like, it's fine, I'll just keep going, I'll keep working. It's like, you need to set boundaries with your time and energy for yourself to do things that you enjoy. So it's like, for instance, say you work from home, and so you work all the time. If you're working for 10 hours, 5 days a week, like you need to set a day aside where you don't do any work. And it's like you have to actually be firm with yourself about relaxing. It's funny, Power Four. Like most people don't need to be told to like go take a day off. They're like, I'll take a day off, but you need to be told like chill the F out. Like you need to say to yourself, and it's like you to you. This is a conversation you need to have with yourself. Like, okay, I need to take care of myself, even if it's just to be better at my job. Like I need to take care of myself, so I need to set aside one day a week where I do zero work, where I just relax and hermit, you know, sit in front of the couch and watch TV, and then really actually take that one day. Don't like take that one day and still kind of do work. It's like you need to take that time to actually emotionally recharge. You have to start setting boundaries with yourself, Power Four. Yeah, you need to set boundaries with yourself for yourself. But this could also be, I do feel, with other people. You know, if other people want your time and energy, that's you being like, nah, I ain't got it. But it does feel like alone time, like nice quiet time. Could be writing to reflect. You know, writing is a way that you reflect. But if it feels, yeah, I get the sense that if it feels too arduous, then don't do it. However, I feel this with this Virgo and the Queen of Swords, it feels like there is a sense of routine in it, or writing or something methodical about it, where it's not completely like just, because I just don't get the sense of you just completely diving into your emotions. It's more so understanding what it takes to be a fully functioning human being and like all the parts that you need to take care of. And so it's like maybe it's taking herbs on certain days, or it's just something about like setting the boundaries, or making sure your alarm is up so that way you sleep in for the right amount of time, or you get up at a certain time. It's like you got to set these boundaries with yourself to be able to do what you want to do and to take care of yourself. And again, they could be kind of methodical with writing or just going to work out or something, but it's like taking care of your feminine, like taking care of you. Yeah, you see play, like you got to take care of yourself, Pile 4. I know at this point you should just click out of the reading because it's just me saying the same thing over and over again. Do something you enjoy. Go for a walk in nature. Do something that embraces the feminine in you. And I feel like this is something you want to do alone, because you, Pile 4, might need more recharge time than the average person. And so you need something that you do for you. With the Virgo and the Hermit card here, there's something about this that feels, it feels like, because Virgo is full of routines, of daily routines, and it feels like either it needs to be implemented daily, or that it needs to, it needs to happen for a full day, I feel like, or something. Or there's just the idea of incorporating little things daily to give you more breaks throughout the day. Yeah, there's something about your inner light, too. So, it might be that you need daily breaks, or you need to, like, go... Also, the 9th house... Or not the 9th house, but the Hermit card, which is the number 9, it also rules, like... Virgo also rules pets and things like that, so maybe it's like walking with your pet. I get that, but there's just this need to chill out and just work less. I know. Play a little more, work a little less, Pile 4. And that's like what's going on with your career and finances. Like, you're good, Pile 4. Like, you're gonna get where you want to go, or you're already there, but you just need to relax. Like, you're taking on too much. And it's like, I feel like I get the sense of no one is making you take it on. You just do because of mentalities. Like, it's a lack mindset. And again, lack mindsets are not there for no reason, okay? They have to form based off of experiences. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it or anything wrong with you. I'm just saying you're at a point now where you need to make adjustments for more balance, because I feel like you're on your way to working yourself to a heart attack. I'm not calling that in on you at all, like knock on freaking wood. But you're overdoing it. You gotta relax. You gotta go get a massage. You gotta play. You gotta be a little more. Not everything is work, career goals, stocks, and things like that, you know? Even the wealthiest people will tell you should wake up early so you can journal. You know what I mean? Something like that. Or meditate. And that's kind of what you need, Pile 4. But yeah, that is all I am seeing for you, Pile number 4. If you enjoyed this reading, comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, hello, Pile 5. If you chose the 10 of Swords, it was upright in the reading just to pick, but it did fall out in reverse, then this is going to be your reading. What a time for you with your career and finances, Pile number 5. With the 10 of Swords in reverse, that indicates generally betrayal, endings. I mean, this dude literally has knives, swords in his back, which leads me to believe that you have gone through it when it comes to your career and your finances, or a lot of you are still currently going through it. And I mean going through it. Like, the struggle is real. I get the sense of it's hard to wake up in the morning. If you have a certain job, it's like hard to get the motivation to get up and go to the job. It's, I get the sense of it feels like a dark night, like there's a dark night when it comes to your career or when it comes to your money. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so what I'm seeing here with this Ace of Pentacles and this Page of Cups in reverse, I was wondering why all of these cards were in reverse, and Spirit said it's because you can get out of it. So the indication here is that there is a way out. But with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it does feel like there is obviously a struggle, but so like right now, it's like it's like you're not tapped into your intuition or your manifestation abilities at the moment, Pile number 5. It feels like they are blocked because of the amount of distress you are under or you feel mentally or emotionally. And so it's like if these are upright, which is how they would be read for what could be, it would be you following your intuition, right? You getting these messages from spirit, or these messages from, it could even be, I hear specifically, like a friend or something mentions a job or mentions something, that an opportunity that you could jump on that could help you. But it's like you're not going to, you wouldn't see that right now because you're not really open to it, because you're focused on the swords in your back. So I think for you, what we need to focus on, right, is how do we get these swords out of your back? How do we get them out? So let's see. Let's see if there's anything else for what's happening. Oops, sorry. Okay, let's see if there's anything else for what's happening. So you have Justice and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, you feel... I've had a lot of Justice in reverse for all of these readings. A lot of people are feeling like this is not a fair time. I mean, at the time that you're watching this, there is the whole Russia-Ukraine conflict, so I'm sure it doesn't feel like the most opportune time for anyone, considering impending World War III is a fear. But, you know, we control what we can, what we can't, we don't. You know, and the nukes of world leaders are outside of our control, pile number 5. That's just for if you're watching this during that time. I mean, this could be way in the future that you're watching this, in which case, if you're in the future, hey, mama, we made it, right? We're not dead yet. So I do feel the sense of you feeling like it's bad luck when it comes to the law. It could be that you've recently gotten a ticket, a parking ticket, a driving ticket, or you've had some sort of legal dispute or battle, or you've had struggles with a landlord. I hear with the keys here for rent, or with a car dealership, or with your business, like with a contract with your business. But it's like there's a lot of things making you feel crappy, like you feel crappy. So I want to understand if there is a why for this. You know, I mean, because I'm sure you're wondering, why am I going through all this crap? Okay. We have Force, Mars Force in reverse, Uranus Genius, Void of Course missing, and Truth. Yeah, you had Saturn come out, which I figured. You know, Saturn whips us into shape, but Saturn isn't really nice about it. Saturn is your friendly neighborhood a-hole. You know, they're not very kind when it comes to teaching you the truth, but the truth pushes you further. What I'm really drawn here is you have all of these, yours all show the universe or the stars or nebulae. I think this is maybe the plural of nebulous, but you see how this all sort of circles. There's something greater. I do feel what has happened to you. I know, again, it doesn't help. I'm not saying it helps the situation, but do know that there is something greater at work here. I feel this especially with Saturn Truth, because Saturn only gives us the hardest lessons to bring us the best rewards. And I feel like that is what's happening with Saturn showing up in your reading, especially in reverse. Like, you're going through these toughest moments internally so you can actually find your own light. You can find what is for you, what works for you, and move towards that. So, what else do I see here? And because Saturn came right on top of Genius, it's like you're going to have new ideas come in that can really benefit you, really change what's up for you right now, and really help you move up in a different way, be innovative, and do something a different way. It feels like, pile 5, I hear this sense of you don't, like, stop forcing it and start... It's like you don't... I get the sense of Mars in reverse, like, don't chase it. I know that's generally the idea of, like, chase the bag, chase the money, chase this, chase that, get this, get that, but, Spirit is kind of doing all of this so you learn... I understand. Okay, Spirit is doing all this so you learn what cycle you're in. Like, what game is this world trying to get you to play, and do you want to play that game? Pile number 5. I might have said 4, but I meant 5. Sorry. Pile number 5, there's a game, there's something at work here, right? Like, there's almost like an orbit, like how the moon orbits around the Earth, or how things, you know, we orbit around the sun. There's like this cycle that keeps going on, and this feels like something larger than you, pile 5, that you are in the midst of. It's almost like you're a mice. There's like this cool video on YouTube about workers, maybe I'll link it below, about how like they put you on a chain, they make you get an education, they make you get a job, they make you do all these things, so you buy new things and you like follow consumerism and capitalism, and you're not really actually free. And it's like you are very much on that path, but it almost feels like you're coming to the point where you're like, I don't want to be, or maybe you haven't wanted to be, but you don't know how to get off. But you're getting to the point where it's like, this is not sustain, like, this is not something I can do. I can't keep doing this. This is not for me. This is not for who I am as a person. I need out. Like, I need out of this thing. And so you're going through this to get you off of the hamster wheel, okay? Because you have to get off the hamster wheel. And you don't get off the hamster wheel through force, really. You take a leap. It's a leap of faith. You take the leap off. You know, you don't have to, yeah, I get the sense of you don't have to, it's not forcing your way out of the wheel. It's just choosing something differently. It's choosing to jump off into the free fall of what is new. And so with void of course missing here, I get the sense that you may have some troubles with getting out. Yeah. I feel like it's definitely time for you to rest, pile 5. I'm sorry. There's definitely a time for you to rest because this is just like a hard truth, and the only thing you can do is, like, you have to, I feel like the only way out is through for you. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you're not going to, the cycle has to complete itself, and once it's completed, again, you can get off the wheel. Like, you're going to get off the wheel. So, let's see what's coming for you. I'm going to use this deck again. What is coming? Okay, yeah. You see, I told you this is like the moon, and the moon has cycles the same way, except, you know, the thing about the moon that I find very fascinating is that the moon is always technically full. Like, although the perception is that it's only a partial moon, you know, because of how it's, turning and revolving, the moon is, and how the light is hitting it, basically the sun, the moon is always full. Like, the moon is never half of a moon. Even though it feels that way, right? We perceive it as such on Earth. The moon is never half, the moon is always whole. And I feel like that is something you are going to learn. Like, I am never half, I am never less, I am always whole. Like, there's always, even if I'm being perceived a certain way, or even if it seems like something is bad in my life, it's like, I'm always the whole moon. Like, I'm always a whole being. I'm always, full, you know, even if it's not being perceived by the public, or even if I can't see that right now. See this, take time to breathe out. Yeah, I feel like what's really coming is a break, because you're asking, I really feel like you're almost asking for it, and you're like, I can't keep, this has got to stop. Like, this career, this finances, whatever's going on, like, it's got to stop. It's too much for me. I can't keep doing it. And you're going to get that break. So let's see what you can do to prepare. I feel like taking time to take care of yourself, pile 5, is really important. I mean, putting your well-being above all, I guess, above all of the perceptions that people have of you. I think this is very important, because it feels like there's something in this pile about how people perceive you affecting you with your finances and your career. But it's like, again, the moon doesn't wonder if we're looking up at her. You know, the moon isn't like, oh, today I'm gonna shine a quarter. Like, the moon is always actually fully lit. Like, it's not fully lit. It's always fully there. We are just not, it's not always fully illuminated for us to see. And I feel like that's kind of the mentality you need to keep. You're the moon. You're never partial. You're never half. You're not, like, although, you know, looking at the back of this card, although you go through these cycles of what people see, you're always fully there. You are always fully there, whether the light is shining on you or not. So what can you do? Okay, I do feel a sense of a new opportunity coming for you. Yeah, okay. A new opportunity is coming for you, pile number 5. But I also get the sense of, with the 4 of Cups, I really get the sense of you working on a project that you enjoy, would really help you to feel a lot better. Let's get some more information about this project. What is this project for pile number 4 that you're seeing, or 5? Sorry, I keep saying 4, but I mean 5. I apologize, pile 5. What is this project? Okay. Right away, because I have the 6 of Swords here. Oh, we have 2 6s. Oh, okay. Let's get into this. So, this project that is coming for you, this new thing that you can do, it's going to be slow moving, but it can get you away from where you're in. So I have been talking about like side hustles and side gigs just because I think they're a really good idea for people to diversify their income and not rely solely on one stream or a job or an employer. As we found with the COVID-19 pandemic, that's not always a smart idea because, you know, the government companies, surprise, surprise, they don't always have your back. That is just a note. But it does feel like this new project coming to you is something that is going to be slow moving. It's something you'll build over time. It's not something that is an overnight success, but likewise, it's something that you can slowly put your chips partnerships into, whether that is stocks, whether that is your side hustle, or whether it is, selling things online. It's like, it's something you can slowly work on over time, but it is a project. It's a project specifically that you would have to, maybe it's video creation or whatever it is, but it is a choice too. With this Lovers card, it's indicating me an inner choice that you make that makes you feel fulfilled. The thing about sixes is sixes are harmony, and you have 6 here with Saturn. Am I reading that right? Yeah. So there is heavy energy because, we know that a lot of people, biblically, they make 666 as like the devil's number. I'm not saying that's not the energy I'm getting here at all, pile 5. I'm just saying that it's perceived, once again, 666, these are just numbers, okay? And we made up numbers to begin with, if we're being honest, but these are just numbers, but we've added connotation to them. That is the point. Like the moon is always fully there. We add the connotation based on how much light is hitting it and how much we see illuminated, right? Because, we literally do things based on the moon schedule. And the moon, yes, based on its illumination, it can control tides, and I know there are a slew of things that the moon can do based on where it is and how it's going, but generally speaking, like, the moon is always there. Like, it's not actually disappearing. We're just not visibly being able to see it. So, likewise, I feel like there is this level of doing this new project or finding this new project to work on is going to bring a sense of harmony and fulfillment to your life. It's going to, honestly, I feel like it's really going to transform your life over time. I think that's very important. Like, it's not going to transform your life overnight. It's not going to bring you fame or fortune overnight. And so I think, I feel this strong sense of diligence. This is why Saturn is here. It's going to keep whipping you so hard until you start establishing solid routines, until you start having discipline, because that's what Saturn is here to do for us. It's to instill discipline in us to be able to achieve our goals. And so whatever project you are going to start, pile 5, it's going to take time. Okay, you may even be working with another person. I do kind of get that indication here, but you could work by yourself. But it's like, this project is going to take time. It's not going to flower overnight. It's not going to be done overnight. I even hear like it's not going to be done in 2 weeks. This may take a month. It may take 2 months. And you have to give yourself the time to do it every day. Like, you have to actually invest yourself. And Saturn is very invested. Like, Saturn takes its time. Saturn does not, Saturn does not come to play. Pile number 5. Saturn does not play. Saturn is all about doing what needs to be done. It's responsible, it's patient, it puts in the work every day. And then it builds success slowly through time. Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. If we know about anything about Capricorns get their coin. You know what I'm saying? They get their coin. Doesn't matter how they do it, doesn't matter how long it takes, they're gonna get the coin. So I think that really is the energy you need to embrace, pile 5, to further you. Like, that's what you can do. So I want to see what you can better do to prepare. It's definitely big change coming for you with Death and the 10 of Swords. Okay, you have giving and receiving. I have not seen this card in so long. Interesting. Let me take a look here. Okay. So I'm going to read this card to you. The entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalations and exhalations. When you only exhale or only inhale, you become out of rhythm and with the universe. For optimal health, energy, and replenishment, balance each inhalation of your life with an exhale. I don't know why I didn't just say inhale and exhale. Whatever. Okay, so pile 5. What I'm seeing here is a balance between action and words. Okay, a balance between what you do and what you say. I think you really, what Saturn does is it makes us really honest with ourselves, and it's the card I'm being drawn to the most here. So I feel like Saturn is playing very heavy in what's going on with you right now, pile 5. But Saturn really toughens us up, and what I'm saying here is that it does bring blessings, but it's like Saturn only brings blessings if your actions match your words. And so how do you better prepare this? Be very I hear this. Be very cautious with your word, pile 5. Do not make promises you do not intend to keep. Do not say you're going to do things and not do them. I also recommend almost like give yourself more time than you think you might need for something. So if someone asks you to do a project or participate in something, don't say like, oh yeah, I can have this done in a week. Especially if you've never done it before, like give yourself the time to do it. Give yourself the time to be a beginner and get there. And so it's very important that you watch your words with your action. Make sure that you can keep that stamina up, or you can keep up with what you are putting into your life. Because again, the last thing you want to do is build a method of something that you cannot keep up, that you can't sustain. And so I feel like that is a very strong lesson for you. Pile 5 is learning how to match words and actions to make the correct choices and to slowly build things over time rather than jump in hot, or rather than like try and make a quick buck. There's something about your finances and your career where you're really gonna, it's not a fast and quick journey to success. It's not a fast and quick journey to being a millionaire, to having the right amount of finances. It's something you're going to have to build, pile 5. And that's something that honestly could annoy or even frighten you, of having to put in constant daily work, or having to give a little bit every day rather than just doing a quick burst of energy. But that is what is required of you, especially in times where you choose, I hear, to like go on your phone or just kind of doze off on your on social media and not really be active in your life. Those points where you're kind of turning off, it's really important that you start turning back on and you choose something better for you, okay? It's not easy, but it's like when you catch yourself just like scrolling mindlessly or not really doing anything, put your phone down and go work on that project that you have. And that's the point. Like, the project, I really want to stress, whatever you're going to choose to do, whether that is trying to establish a business or trying to, even like something as simple, I'm just thinking sewing here randomly, but maybe you're trying to sew a hat. You don't have to sew the hat in one day. Like, do a little bit of the hat every day. I always say do a little bit every day because I really think it will change your life. And it's one of the best ways is to establish good habits. And you build a habit over time. You can't build a habit in one day. It's very rare. You've just done something for a day. You've had an experience, not a habit. So pile 5, for the project you're working on, anytime you start to zone out and do things you know you shouldn't be doing or that aren't making you fulfilled, go work on the project. I also get the sense of you can plan the project, but it doesn't need to be super detailed as much as it is you have to do it every day, or not even every day, but you have to do it whenever you're presented. I feel like this is what it is. Whenever you're presented with the option to do something lazy or that isn't, like, really isn't helping you or growing you, you have to then choose to do this project instead. Okay? Because then you're not, what you're going to do if you're just scrolling on social media. You're not going to go anywhere with that. It's not going to fulfill you. It's not going to make you a better person. You're not going to all of a sudden make $1 million just from scrolling. Unfortunately, not yet. And so it means that, like, taking that energy and putting it towards something that is going to bear fruit. It's about long-term vision and plan and using your time effectively towards that when you have extra time, pile 5. Okay? And that is giving and receiving, because I'm not saying don't take breaks, pile 5. Like, I'm not saying don't nurture yourself, but it's like, if you see yourself doing something mindless that is not actually helping you, like actually bettering and helping you, as instance, like, making a meal is not a waste of time. Like, making a salad is not a waste of your time. Getting quality sleep is not a waste of your time, okay? Making sure you get proper amounts of exercise and water is not a waste of your time. But, scrolling on social media mindlessly, maybe. Playing video games day in and day out, the thing about that is it's instantly gratifying, but long term, what does it present you? Like, yes, you beat things in a game, but your life outside of that game, what does it look like? And so I think you really need to start balancing that out, where you're still having some good time, you're still taking care of yourself, but you're also starting to put your energy towards a project that is going to bear you fruit, that's going to mean something to you. And you need to be disciplined about it. And that is really hard. It's really hard, which is why you've been going through so much, because I think they want to get you to the point where it's like you have no choice but to be disciplined, because otherwise I feel the sense of like you're literally going to feel dead inside, like straight up dead. And maybe you already do. And it's like, you can't keep going like this. You can't keep these swords in your back. They have to come out. You will not be able to live like this. And so you have to make these choices. And discipline's not easy. It's not easy at all. But I definitely feel like that is what is coming for you. Okay, that's how you can prepare. So once again, pile 5. We went through a lot here, but to recap, right now it's about getting these swords out of your back. So worry less about completely having a new project ready or jumping in so quick, and more, I feel like, just get ready. And so how do you get ready? You make sure you're sleeping well. You make sure you're eating healthy. You make sure that you're taking care of yourself so that you're ready to make the choice for something better for you, okay? Because this take time to breathe out card is still sticking out to me, meaning you do need a break. You do need to take care of yourself. And again, taking care of yourself, I don't know how much is going on. Like, taking a break to watch a pick a card might be nice, okay? It might be encouraging and help you feel motivated, cool. But watching 20 pick a cards or 10 pick a cards, you're kind of just getting the same information at that point. So I think there's like a need with the discipline, Saturn, once again, there's a need to limit your time on things, so that way you can make sure you're putting your time towards things that matter and can actually make your life better in the long term, okay? Because I think what you've actually found out, pile 5, is life is sometimes a lot longer than you think. Like, you do everything for instant gratification or to instantly feel good, thinking that life will be short. And then you realize, oh crap, like, it is short, but it's also really long, and I didn't get any of the things I wanted because I didn't put any energy, work, or effort or time towards it. And I feel like it's especially time. You have to put the time in. So yeah. I do see you on the up and up. I'm sorry you're going through something so tough with your career and finances, but I do feel that, again, you're having a project that is going to bear fruit in the long term. It's not going to happen overnight, but you will see that making this choice every day, making this choice, every time you feel like doing something that is instantly gratifying but long term makes you feel like crap, you will see that you get where you want to go. But that is all I have for you, Pile 5. If you enjoyed this reading, comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.